Biz Show. Brought to you by 22nd Century Group. There's the Day Trader Trio. I'm sorry, Mark, you're in the dark again. It was Day Trader Quattro.
The Qua.
Hey, good to have you along today. 110 million broadcast television homes every weeknight, along with 150 radio stations. Plus, we're an American Forces Radio Network in 175 countries and all the ships at sea. Hence the 2 a.m. email, Mike, saying, love your show. Do you realize that, do you get those too? I get those every morning when I wake up. We're on the air somewhere 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Just don't know when.
Hey,
look who's back in town, Luke D'Angelo.
Big Luke.
Of course, with Aptech Payment Corporation. I love the fact that you are boots on the ground, hands-on CEO, and you're one of these guys that has taken your 25 years of experience in investment banking and turned it into, because normally guys like you like to invest, keep your hands off, but you must have seen an opportunity here to be able to take the leap. Because you went from one regulated industry to a really regulated industry.
Yes.
And that must have meant you saw something that was pretty inspiring.
Yes, well, you know, for years I saw a lot of companies and shareholders get screwed for the wrong reasons, and I wanted to be involved in a team that was committed to excellence and always going the extra distance to accomplish things. And presented with technology, I did see that opportunity and was very excited to be part of it.
By the way, I want to remind you guys, in case you missed him last time, their stock symbol is APCX. APCX, you can go to aptechcorp.com, as we're looking at there for our TV audience. So give us an overview again. Give us top down on what you guys are doing.
Well, Aptech is, you know, very involved, hands-on fintech company. We're based right here in Carlsbad. And in the past, we've focused on mobile payment and mobile payment technologies. And ultimately, what we provide customers at Aptech is a patented intellectual property-backed suite of solutions to help them process dollars quick, efficiently in today's standard through mobile devices, as well as crypto conversions and other exciting things.
So what's interesting is this has been around for a while. I can bring up a competitor for a second. Verifone, probably the one that we recognize the most, but Verifone's a one-trick pony. I think that's the bigger, better, faster, stronger difference with you guys, right? Is that you guys are dipping your toe into every single way to get paid for a merchant, including digital currency, correct?
That's correct, because most merchants, they go to their local banks, they go to Chase or they go to Wells Fargo, or either work with Stripe as well, and they get a certain way to deliver it. What Aptech does is we take our patented products and we build a custom suite of solutions for that merchant so they can accept many ways versus just the standard Autobahn fee that the big banks charge, and that's the only way you can go, and no, and no, and no, but over here.
So so your criteria is specific to an individual business, right?
Well, we're more business to business, to the banks, the credit unions, and the large retail players, who then in turn use our technology
as a backbone
and provide it to their customers.
Give us an example of what that experience is like, in contrast to what they normally had before, as you just mentioned.
Well, most merchants have to deal with their bank, okay, and they have, because that's the way they know to get money, for processing money, to accept credit cards or checks or what have you. When merchants who are used to dealing with that route and run into brick walls because of certain practices or policies, it's very refreshing that the merchants come to us and we're able to provide a full suite of solutions that they can pick and choose what they want rather than being showed the door and no, 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 and stop.
All right. Well, how did this get started? Tell me the tipping point and the germination point on how this business got started.
I have two very good friends, and they both were very involved in writing this technology years before the smartphone. And both of them, you know, did a great job in putting all this together, and they wanted to get it to the next level. And so I would say that I was recruited by my friends, but at the same time, we soared together in bringing this to market.
Did you approach this as an investment banking sort of due diligence at the beginning? Did you take a look at it on that end, or did you just take a look at what, I
looked at the upside, I saw the market potential, and I fell over.
Yeah.
It was that simple.
Yeah, because we were talking about taking a chunk out of every transaction. You're talking about the amount of transactions that are being pushed through a given backbone. those are real numbers, right?
They're real numbers, but more importantly, the bigger companies are, filing forward citations on our patents, which basically says that our technology works because they're using it.
Yeah, right. So the obvious question is, what's next? Do you build a better mousetrap, or do you augment what you have, or do you stick with what you got?
We have built a better mousetrap, and just this last week we launched Commerce, one platform, all commerce. And we were at the Vegas Money 2020 show, and we unveiled it. Commerce with an S, I might add. So this is the better mousetrap, and this is the mousetrap that a lot of people are going to be able to access.
When you just said commerce with an S, Mike's thinking, isn't that how it's spelled anyway? just
Not one or two S's.
Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. By the way, Luke D'Angelo, for our radio audience who doesn't see it on the screen, is the CEO and chairman of Aptech Payment Corporation. APCX is their stock symbol. You can go to aptechcorp.com. Let's talk about digital currency, because we got on the subject last time you were in the studio, and it was really interesting. And I maintain that we've been in a digital currency state since the last time you stopped carrying cash, which is probably 10 years ago. I mean, I think I get the same $40 in my pocket. Unless I'm tipping somebody, I don't really pull out the cash.
Correct.
And the adoption rate for digital currency is a little slow, because I don't think people are connecting the dots between, look, we're already there. I understand blockchain is a little bit different, but we're already sort of in a digital currency space. We just happen to be the US dollar, happens to be the digital currency that we're talking about versus Bitcoin or Ethereum or so on and so forth. What kind of challenges does that pose for you guys with respect to payments?
It opens up opportunities, because really, Bitcoin and Venmo and Stripe and all these digital cryptocurrencies are all ways that to get around the basic merchant services rules and guidelines. It's a different way to get paid. So, the good news for Aptech is in our suite of services, we offer basically off-ramp and on-ramps for all those solutions. So really what it's done is it's created even more opportunity for Aptech.
What do you think is going the way of the dodo in the next 5 years with respect to payment systems? Because there's certain things, let me give you an example. We used to be stuck behind
no more nickels and dimes.
Guys like Mike writing checks at the grocery store. We don't see that anymore, right? Right? We don't have, I'm not pulling out
right under the bus.
26.
No hesitation.
None whatsoever.
I got tread on my face.
So what else is going to change? Are the PayPals of the world going to change because of this? Or the Venmos of the world going to change because of this?
Well, before it was, okay, write a check, and that's huge, right? But then it was write the check, and now we'll take a picture of that check and do this. So, and now you have all these other fast and quick economic tools that guarantee settlement and whatever you want to do, right? Good or bad.
Right.
But I do see that the check side of things is going to come to a close eventually.
And it's all about velocity of payment, right?
Right.
Velocity of transfer.
That's right.
Because look at who didn't in college days. Geez, if I write a check Tuesday for groceries, I get paid Thursday, right? Well, those days are over. You can't cut a check anymore. Thankfully, that crime's gone because checks clear the same night.
Yep.
And it's all digital. Then the Snapchat deposit thing, like you said, solves a lot of problems there. I think there's even more velocity that could happen in this side. And what that does is that loses the float for big banks.
That's right.
Which puts more money in the consumer's pockets. Because right now, there's a lot of float going on in the wrong direction with respect to, have you ever gotten a refund? And when you pay for something, don't they take it right now?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten a refund back in less than 3-4 days?
No.
Never.
Never.
That's the float, right?
That's right.
Some of this stuff is going to change with these type of solutions, right?
Absolutely. A good example is insurance companies and auto wrecks, right? You wreck your car, you get your, I forget, basically your reimbursement, right, for your lost vehicle. Well, now today, particularly Geico is using digital payments, so you get it loaded right on your debit card into your bank, and you have your money in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is a differentiator as far as using them versus State Farm or
and one of the main components of that is because for a long time they were sitting on these huge batches of funds making huge amounts of interest while the customer's waiting to get that check in the mail.
Yeah. Right.
Now it's instant.
30 seconds or less, what are we looking for you guys in the next 18 months, 5 years that you can talk about as the CEO of a public company?
Well, with our launch of the commerce platform, right, over the next 18 months, it's all about integrating, turning on the customers that we've already had an identifiable demand with for years. Right? But it's about improving their situations so their clients have a better way to do business in any way business they want to.
Love it. Perfect. His name, Luke D'Angelo. Once again, will you come back again and again and again?
Yeah, we will.
I love talking top down with this.
Luke D.
We will do it. We'll do it.
APCX is their stock symbol. Go to their website, aptechcorp.com. Luke D'Angelo, Chairman and CEO. Boy, you even got walkout music now for yourself. Big Biz Show. Much more coming up. Stand by.